everybody. No, it's not nighttime. You didn't catch me at a bad time. It is horrible weather outside, cold, dark, and dreary, and it's barely even noon. So I do hope that you find this video really helpful. Luckily, there's absolutely nothing intricate about this video. It is more or less about a very basic step-by-step guide on how to merge a no makeup look with a retro look. Boom, you got it. So if you feel like this video should be more instructional, I totally get that. I also don't want to impose my beliefs on people when it comes to makeup, because I really genuinely feel that there is no right or wrong. It's just a matter of taste. So I do work in skincare. It is mildly based in makeup as well, but mostly skincare. So I will be doing more of those types of videos coming up. I've gained a lot of knowledge and I would love to share it with you. However, I'm still getting a lot of requests for tutorials, and I think I always will, because that's basically the foundation of my channel. It is. I hope that you enjoy the video, find it worth your time, and learn something brand new. In the next couple of videos I will have a collab coming up, and then I will be doing a skincare video. Alright, so I hope you enjoy it, and thank you for watching. Hi everybody. So the weather is extremely bad here in Southern California, so bear with me. This is not my horrible lighting. I'm not the most technologically capable of all the YouTubers, but I definitely try. So first things first, I'm starting with some of my new skincare items. I've already filled in my eyebrows. My primer, or not my primer. So for my serum, I took the Acure Radical Resurfacing Lemon Probiotic 1% Chlorella Growth Factor Serum. Or I'm going to be taking the Acure Oil Control Facial Moisturizer. This is supposed to hydrate and prevent moisturizer, texture, minimize fine lines, and help prevent breakouts. This is real skincare. Now, the reason you want to put a moisturizer on as a third step, I know a lot of people believe it is the first, is because you've already hydrated your skin, you've already toned it, tightened it, helped relieve fine lines with your serums and your toners and all that. So at this point you want to put on a moisturizer to actually hydrate the skin. Now for eye cream, I'm taking the 100% pure organic coffee bean caffeine eye cream. Now the reason I love this stuff is because the caffeine is not only an anti-inflammatory, it also helps relieve stress and pressure in your eyes, helps reduce fine lines and dark circles, and from what I can tell, one of the very few caffeinated eye creams that doesn't leave a brightening hue around the eyes. Part of that's because this is not a commercial or cosmetic grade eye cream. I'm actually almost out of this foundation. I'm going to be taking the Amani 12-Hour Hydro Wear Liquid Foundation, which I already have a review of this stuff up. And we're just going to go ahead and pat this on. This stuff is great. It helps cell renewal because it has hyaluronic acid in it. Alright, I'm going to be taking the Cover FX Cream Concealer in the shade And Light. And it stands for neutral, and of course light is as light does. We're going to be applying this underneath the eyes. And I know I don't have dramatic eye circles or whatever. I just think by applying a little bit of a light color underneath the eyes, you can really brighten up the whole complexion. I know I do it super messy, it don't look all pro and pretty, but we're going to be blending it in quite heavily. So for the waterline, I'm going to take something extremely neutral and pale and light, and I'm going to be taking the Lit Cosmetics eye pencil in the shade Vanilla. It's extremely natural looking. They really should sell this pencil at Sephora, since I know that they're now carrying Lit. My reason behind that is simply, I just took off a big chunk of foundation with my finger. The reason I think they should is because of how natural this white is. I'm going to apply a little bit of this to the arch of the brow bone. When it comes to a natural no makeup look, you don't really want to overthink it. You don't want to do a cake face. You want to use your skincare, you want to use your foundation and the more, I would say, natural amounts, but you also want to conceal the face and make the face radiate and glow. And it's really just all about prepping and highlighting when it comes to doing a natural no makeup look that might still have a little bit of visible makeup on the canvas. I'm going to be taking the Josie Maran Argan Illuminator in the shade Gold. I feel because of all the YouTube tutorials out there that are very, very drastic, I feel we've seen sort of the opposite effect where people learn how to do dramatic makeup and they sort of forget what natural no makeup looks like. A true retro look is the merging of a no makeup look into this sort of old school, beautiful, sexy woman that's got this natural glow to her, yet she's still completely made up. I think a lot of that has to do with what cosmetics were available to her, what her budget could afford, along with getting this very beautiful, dressy, flawless look. When it comes to really old school blush look, a lot of them used gel blushes or even their own lipstick as rouge. You can take whatever you want, whatever you have on hand. Certainly don't break your budget just to do some silly no makeup look unless you know it's something you want to invest in. I'm going to be taking the Becca Beach Tint Shimmer Tint in the shade Raspberry Opal. Reason I'm taking this shade is because rouge back in its day was rouge, and we saw it. It was a pink flush, it was a red flush, a berry flush, what have you, but we saw it. It wasn't peach, it wasn't too soft. I think sometimes we don't see the blush in a lot of those old retro photos, but if we talk to our grandmothers, our great-grandmothers, they believe in rouge. So I'm going to be going in with Raspberry Opal. If you're going to be making your face look flawless and porcelain, when it comes to some particular shades of foundation, we might also run the risk of looking a little sickly because we're erasing basically our natural pigmentation, the natural flesh in our cheeks. And so a lot of people get away from foundation, if you haven't noticed, because they don't want to erase that and make themselves look unlifelike, unlived in, and unjoyful about life. Now, back in the day, I know setting the face was sort of a no-go because the more wet, the more dewy, the more glowy you looked, the younger you looked. That meant you had fresh, oily, glowy, dewy skin, and setting your face made you look older. There are much more versatile products on the market today that will help you still get that glow regardless of setting powder being used or not, especially because there's a lot of great talc-free powders that won't leave your skin very matte at all, if at all. So I'm going to be going ahead and using the Pumpkin Poppy Oil Absorbing Mineral Veil just so my face does not transfer. If you work on people all day long, the last thing you want to do is, you know, feel yourself sort of dripping and falling apart. You go to wipe yourself on your sleeve and there goes half an inch of your makeup. So I'm taking the 205s. These are a no-name pro brand. These came in bundles without the lids and the cartons. They do expect, of course, pros to put these in a nice little keepsake drawer and pull them out one by one for their clients. That's not why they're wrapped. So if you are somebody like me who has access to a pro store, these are great finds. They're inexpensive. Just be sure to store them in a non-dusty area, maybe in a really nice sort of glorified plastic Tupperware container. When it comes to red lips, you want to ask yourself, what base tone do I want to see the most of? Do I want to see this sort of cherry red where it's not quite blue based, but it's kind of leaning towards that, hence making my teeth appear whiter? Or do I want to go for that actual boysenberry red where there's a strong blue base in there, almost leaning to the purple side because of the blue additive? Or do I want to go with sort of a very beautiful, rich, ripened ruby red grapefruit orange where my red lip is going to warm me up, especially if I have a cool tone complexion, it'll definitely warm me up. So my answer to this is I typically want to go for that ruby red grapefruit mouth, and I know it's not the most flattering for teeth. The majority of people in this world aren't going to have naturally pearl teeth. So I feel like the bright complexion is really what I love. I'm going to be taking Inglot number 72. I also feel it's the most flattering on me because it adds sort of a richness to my skin that is lacking overall. You can use them for the pinkest of pink base lipsticks. It should cover it pretty well, but you can also use them for orange lipsticks as well. Pumpkin and Poppy's Jilted, which is from the Dark Fairy collection, and it is a pink based red. Or it's a blue toned red. So the huge thing in this particular video for me was to sort of implement and show the skincare and show that everybody should have about 6 pieces of skincare, which I will get into in my next couple of videos coming up soon, the 6 pieces of skincare. So I hope you stay tuned for that, or come back, click on that video, and have fun watching it and take something from it. I'll see you guys next time. And of course, as always, you don't have to take my word for anything. I'm just here to have some fun, play with makeup, and share some tips I have. Thank you for watching.